This is a Christian Science Sunday School game, and I thought it would make our class a little more exciting. I printed it off the internet.
Oh look, the pages lay out some kind of way.
Alright, I think we have to line up with the arrows, so the books of law are all together. Then we have the books of history, and these line up with the arrows. It's sort of like a puzzle, like if you're not sure what comes after Leviticus, it's Numbers. Leviticus is the third book, and Numbers is the fourth book. You can cut along the dotted line.
It's the only page you have to cut out. That's good.
That's good. This goes up here. In the beginning, I need to put that next to what book of the Bible?
Genesis.
Great.
So you take this and you put it next to this, like that. So the Christian Science lines up with Sunday School game.
We finished taping our board down, and what we've been doing is we've been coloring the different categories of Bible books. For example, the letters of Paul to individuals are all in brown. If it's still confusing, you could color the sides of the Bible books to match the colors of the different categories. At this point, the teacher or the students can start using the questions. This comes from an office supply store. It's ruled index cards that fit within this space here. Different questions go on different colored cards.
And there's something else. There are 6 tokens. 6 players can play the game. You have to cut these out, take them onto a card, and cut them out again. Then you put them on the end of beginning, and you start the game. Here are the Bible cards. They have the part called the Leap of Faith. If you get a Leap of Faith card and you answer it correct, you move to that Bible book. For example, what book is made up of a collection of sayings that give advice on how to live wisely? And then, if you get the answer, which in this case is Proverbs, you move to Proverbs. The purples are the chronology cards, the answers to some of the Bible ones, the chronology questions. So you put the chronology cards here. Now, when you take the Science and Health cards, there might be a little hint. You can use the Science and Health for the hint.
What I wanted to tell you about the hint cards is don't be embarrassed if you don't know an answer. Maybe you have a friend who's come to Sunday school for the first time and they don't know the answers. Well, you can look at the hint card and still move ahead in the game. If you're working with your Sunday school teacher, she's an experienced Christian Scientist. She should not have to use a hint card. So the Sunday school teachers can't use the hint, but the kids can use the hint. Do you like that rule?
As you can see, the hint here is Science and Health 600 to 700. That's pretty hard, but that's a whole 100 pages, which means it's testimonies. So if you look in the Science and Health, and you go to page 600, and you go all the way to 700, you will be in fruitage.
I wanted to tell you something about these cards from Science and Health. We also have a few questions from other writings by Mary Baker Eddy, like there's questions about her hymns, or there's questions about something from the manual.
The green are the Spirit of the Law, and you can only use those after you get after the question mark to a different category. To win the game, pretty much, you have to get all the way to Amen. But here's the complicated part. You have to pick up one of these, and if you answer this right, you get one of these things. So when you get one of these, you get a gold coin. If you get 7 of these, you win the game.
All right, we've asked our Sunday school superintendent, Ms. Helen, to join us. She's never seen this game before. She doesn't know any of the answers, so we thought it would be fun to play with her. Everybody pick a token. All the tokens actually come from the Bible. You know, they have a star in the Bible, they have a square in the Bible, the ark.
Oh, I like the ark.
Okay. Put it in the beginning.
I'm the mountain.
Spencer is a mountain.
Now the chronology. Judges and Kings of Israel.
Samuel, Saul, David, and Solomon.
Okay. Leap of Faith. What book has the stories of being thrown into a lion's den and a fiery furnace?
Daniel in the lion's den.
Alright,
What
what
book?
book? What book?
Daniel in the lion's den is in the book of Daniel.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
The square.
Yeah.
There it is. I am so far ahead of everybody.
Oh.
Well, one time I got to Revelation.
Okay. What are the 2 great commandments in the Bible?
Is there a hint?
Matthew 22, 37 through 39.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
That's it.
The second one,
Okay.
and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
All right, and if you think about the 10 commandments, the first one is, the first 4, I think, are about loving God. And all the rest, all the other of the 10 are about loving your neighbor as yourself. But Jesus boiled it down to 2. Okay? So now he moves.
Fill in the blank. Divine love always has met, and you can't look back there. Divine love is always has met and always will meet every human blank.
Need.
Well, this is a pretty fun game, and, well, that's about it. That wraps it up for Christian Science Sunday School game.